Hello, Suzy.
Hello, Chantel.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very happy to be with you today.
I'm happy to be with you too.
Yeah,
We're so close, but yet so far.
totally. And we're literally so close right now,
hmm
actually. Like we could get in a car and get to each other.
Well, yeah, but yet so far because I'm still down in Santa Cruz. But
Yeah.
tomorrow I'll be a lot closer to you because I'm leaving for Clear Lake in the morning.
Ah, beautiful. Oh, good, good.
So, so we'll
Okay.
just be this close,
We
that
will.
close.
We'll be two ships passing in the night.
Yeah,
Yeah, or in the day, whenever.
whatever.
So thank you for meeting me. We're doing these. RAC is wanting to get to know our members, and you are a member. You are also our newest addition to the board. So it feels like just such a ripe time to get to know you and to introduce you to everyone too. So I was hoping we could start with just tell us a little bit about yourself and your practice, and then we'll dive into what brought you to reflexology.
Okay, well, I'm Suzy Brown. And I am a holistic nutrition practitioner as well as a reflexologist. I've also have a personal chef business for the past 18, I think going into 18, 19 years.
Mhm.
And that's kind of led me on my journey to where we're at today. I have multiple locations. I know it sounds crazy, but I see people here. I'm in my Santa Cruz office today. And then I see people. I have an office in South San Jose and another chiropractor office. And I'm also now starting to see people up in Clear Lake once a month. I have a massage office that I work out of once a month up in Kelseyville, which is not far from you.
Yes,
And
beautiful.
so eventually, the goal is to be able to retire up in the Kelseyville, Clear Lake area.
Yeah.
So I am starting to build my practice now, and then that way I can start seeing. Then when we're up there, then I actually have a thriving practice. Yeah,
Beautiful, beautiful. Um,
yeah.
and so you've been doing the culinary arts for so many years. What brought you to reflexology? What was your introduction to it, and when was that?
Well, in 2012, in the early years of my personal chef business, I started to go back to school for the nutrition. And then my practice, my business there started to explode. So I couldn't go in traditional school. I was going to Cabrillo for my GE and then I was going to transfer.
Mhm.
Well, what happened is I wound up going to doing the distant learning program through Bauman Holistic Nutrition and Culinary. I I didn't take the culinary part because I was already a practicing personal chef, but I was trying to figure out, well, what do I do with this after I'm done with school? And one of the things, there are nutrition coaches and nutrition practitioners on every corner. Count. You could throw a stone to a Starbucks and to a nutrition coach. They're
Mhm.
everywhere, and it's like, what's going to set you apart? And one of the things is like, if I can put my hands on you, if I can combine some way that I can actually give physical touch and my knowledge of nutrition, wouldn't that be a beautiful blended way to set myself apart from everybody?
Mhm.
And so I started to think about, well, I didn't want to be an acupuncturist. That was at that time, acupuncture, about, 7, 8 years of schooling. Most schools now are a doctorate. So you're, $100,000 worth of tuition and 8 years of schooling. I just no time or energy.
Yeah. And in
And
California, it's tough. Yep.
yeah, and I didn't, and I still had to run my business. So it's, now night school type of thing. What am I going to do? So I didn't necessarily want to be a massage therapist. And a friend of mine's like, well, what about reflexology? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Hmm.
100%. I knew what reflexology was.
Yeah.
I wasn't like really, I just instinctively, intuitively, and everything. I just knew what reflexology was. Not that I ever had a reflexology session at that time, but I always, pedicures, manicures, things like that, and, having your feet worked on, understanding the basic knowledge of any, just a person off the street. And in 2018, and so I was rattling around on my desk, and then, it's like, oh, call this person, do this, blah, blah, blah. And I
Yeah.
reached out to a couple different places, and it still was rattling and trying to figure it out and how I could make it happen, because we don't have a school in Northern California yet. Maybe someday you and I can open one. Um, so I'm not kidding.
I, I will support you in this endeavor, in this big endeavor.
Right? So it is a big endeavor. So I my route went an interesting way. In
Mhm.
2018, I stopped cooking for a client that was 75% of my income.
Mhm.
It was a huge deal, but what I've said before is I basically had to fire the client. Either I fired them or I fired myself. I'm not quite sure, but it
Mm.
was time for me to leave. We did part on good terms. I still talk to them from time to time and see how they're doing, birthdays, holidays, things.
Yeah.
But the moment I did that, everything changed.
Mm.
Every every door opened, and it all pointed to reflexology. The doors opened, the windows opened, the
Yeah.
sliding glass doors open, the barn doors open, everything, the chimney open, the skylights open, every single avenue. It just, Facebook was blowing up for me. It's just like I turned around and reflexology's in my face, and I'm like, okay, universe, I'm listening, and I'm gonna walk through the door.
Mhm.
And in 2019 is when I started, and I qualified towards the end of summer, and I started working professionally in 2019 as a
Mhm.
reflexologist, brand new.
Yeah.
And just a short few months later, the world shut down, and
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out, well, what do I do? How do I do it? And I'm lucky that the universe opened up other doors and opened up my eyesight to take some opportunities to learn from people from around the world.
Yeah.
And it made me better. So even though I struggled financially through that time,
Mm.
it was a time of growth that I really met a lot of people.
Yeah.
And my core group of friends are from the reflexology world. And it was because
Mm.
of those doors opening. And I love it. When I was first introduced to it and I first started working with school, my teacher and my classmates were like, you are a natural.
Mm.
You're going to be good. And intuitively and instinctively, I know, it was like my hands just kind of knew where to go. And
Mhm.
I am one who closes my eyes, and it's because I'm looking.
Mhm.
I'm I look at what I'm doing. I look deeper, and I'm visualizing your liver,
Mhm.
your large intestine,
Mhm.
your kidneys, and I'm feeling. So that's one of the things how I'm able to do that is when I can kind of go in a little deeper.
Yeah.
And during that time, I also became a Reiki practitioner.
Mhm.
And that has been really helpful in the two combining.
Beautiful.
So, I joined RAC, I think right away. I think I
You
joined
did,
RAC
yeah.
in July of 2019, because I'm just like, all right, I need to, I want to be part of a greater community, and our association is so wonderful.
Totally. Yeah, and we met shortly thereafter too. You reached out to me and we made
Mhm.
contact. So yeah, you
Mhm.
dove right in.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of do. I'm
Yeah.
like deep into the pool. It's like, whatever, we're going, we go for it.
Yeah.
And when I do something, it's kind of that all in. It's like, let's do it and we'll figure it out on the way.
Yeah. Yeah. There were two more things I wanted to ask you. One,
Okay.
I want to ask about your teaching,
Mm.
what you teach about. I'll just start there and then I'll ask one last question at the very end about something that is in the near future. But
Okay.
tell me a little bit about your teaching.
Okay. So when I'm teaching to the common public, that sounds so bad. When I'm teaching to the public, I normally will teach mainly some stress relieving points, the easy ones, the easy things that people can do on their hands when they're in a meeting, when they're in church, when they're in the at the stoplight, just to help. Um, when I'm teaching in different classes, I like to be able to teach more about um, foot function as well as helping relieve the stress. So we'll do a little hands and feet.
Mhm.
I've done many, I'm also certified in ear reflexology. That was one of the things that happened during COVID is I got my certification for auricular reflexology. And
Beautiful.
I, I love the ears. They're amazing.
Yeah.
So I'll take the ears, hands, and feet and apply to what's going on with, with the class. Um, uh, la, last no 2 years, I guess it's been 2 years now, a
Mhm.
yoga friend of mine, we both did a Zoom class that she's an Ingar yoga instructor, so she taught. It
Mm.
happened to be about foot and ankle strength, and so she did the first half um, with yoga, and then I followed up with the second half as reflexology, and taught
Mm.
and help people go through and how to relax their body and how to work their feet, especially after, yeah, before and after yoga. I loved it.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love teaching. And a couple years ago, a friend of mine, Tom Pittengale, he is a orthopedic massage therapist,
Mhm.
and he taught me muscle energy technique. And even though I'm not a massage therapist, so I had to find a different way to apply his techniques into reflexology. And that's when I created my, what I call muscle energy technique reflexology, or meter.
Mhm.
And this past April, I was invited by Iowa to teach. And that was my first time teaching to colleagues in the reflexology world. So
Mhm.
I was so, I was honored, and it felt natural and lovely. And
Mhm.
it fits into my wheelhouse. I love orthopedic reflexology. It's one of the things I specialize in. Um, any body impingement. I love solving puzzles, and I love helping people get out of pain. So orthopedic and being also in a chiropractor's office kind of seems like that hand in hand of really helping people heal and have their full range of motion back in their body, and utilizing our reflexology maps orthopedically is like kind of my jam. I love it. And so
Mm.
that's now where I'm starting to teach and help people utilize their hands and their feet in order to help relieve stiffness and tension and pain in other areas of the body, mainly upper body, neck, and shoulders, the
Awesome.
elbows. So yeah.
Yeah, really good. Really good. Um, and speaking of teachers, you are working with a reflexology educator
Mm-hmm.
who will be coming to this country.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell us about this reflexology educator and when it'll be, what it is, and how people can sign up? Because I think it's pretty soon, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
September this year.
Okay.
Um, it's 5 day intensive. We are 8 hours a day. This is a 40-hour class, and you're going to come out with a level one certificate for muscular reflexology, taught and created by Christian Slot, who is from Denmark. And he is, when I discovered him in his book, it's all about orthopedic reflexology. And if you really want to take your practice to the next level and really help people with orthopedic issues throughout their whole body, it's going to be an amazing, intensive class of five days. And here in the beautiful Santa Cruz Redwoods, just 7 miles from the Pacific Ocean, but we will be in the Redwoods. Um, Christian wrote a book called Muscular Reflexology, and he has hand illustrated all. I didn't bring the book with me. It's really amazing. So he has hand illustrated all the muscle and skeletal systems of the entire body onto the feet, the plantar and the dorsal, the medial and the lateral side. And he has given not only you have the anatomic on one page of that muscle and how it works, or that joint, how it works, but then he shows the reflexive side of it and how to work it. And so this way we are going to actually learn from him. It'll be hands-on, and I'm just really excited. And this is the first time Christian's coming to the United States. He's never taught in the United States. And we're really lucky to have him. And our class is third of the way full. So we have we need a few more people to join us in order to make this happen. So if you really are excited and wanting to increase your knowledge and really help your greater community where you're at, all are welcome to come and have this 5-day intensive. And if you are needing ARCB credits, this is 40 units of CEs. So I think that's what 2 to 3 years worth of CEs all in like 1 week.
So amazing.
Yeah. I'm so excited about this, and just to dive in deeper and learn from somebody who's dedicated his life on in these ways to help people better orthopedically.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
really
So
excited.
it's for like, so it's happening in California. It's for, of course, if someone's here, it might be easy to come to, but people are traveling too to take this workshop. Yeah.
Yes, they are. Um, actually, there's 3 people that are registered that are all from out of state that
Awesome.
are coming,
Yeah.
that have registered and paid.
Yeah.
You have a dedicated a landing page website dedicated to the event,
Yeah. What is
where
that?
you can go and you can read all about it and you can register. If you go to,
Hmm.
um, hold on, now I have to remember.
And I'll type it below as well. This video, I'll put how people can know more about that work and sign up for that class. And I'll also put your website so people can know more about you and your work.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
Let me get.
Hmm.
There we go. Let me put it into the chat, and then
Ah,
you can grab it.
okay. Um, and go ahead and say it out loud since this is yeah, go ahead
Okay,
and, yeah.
so it's going to
Ah,
be sbdreflex.com, which is my website,
mhm.
/ reflexology dash training.
Perfect.
So
Mhm.
sbdreflex.com / reflexology dash training. All one word.
So
And that
good.
should take you right there, and it'll give you some information about Christian.
Yeah.
And this will be the level 1 certification. So after
Mhm.
we're done with this, we will actually be able to put onto our own personal website and all of our branding materials
Mhm.
that we are a level 1 muscular reflexologist
Awesome.
certified. And then
Yeah.
hopefully if this goes well, we can bring him back for level two. I think he's got like
Yeah.
3 or 4 levels. So this
Oh,
is
great.
it's it's a big opportunity to really dive into
Yeah.
more, more orthopedic work to help the greater. Everybody needs it. We all have neck problems and shoulder problems and back problems and hip problems and knee problems. So what better way to help our clients than with a really
Hmm.
specific um, protocols and ways to work these in a different way.
Yeah. And in an
So yeah,
incredible
I'm excited.
vicinity in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Like, what better
Yeah,
place?
I know. So
Yeah. Yeah.
also on the website, I do have I listed places for lodging.
Oh, good, good. Okay.
Not only in Santa
Hmm.
Cruz, also in Felton, where the training is going to be.
Excellent. Okay.
In the town that I live in, as I listed, to double check the Airbnbs and things. So yeah, it's. Oh, also,
Yeah.
if that's not going to entice you enough, in the
Yeah.
price, lunch is included for all 5 days, and I am your chef. I will be the one
Yeah.
who's cooking all the food for
Aw.
lunches every day, and I am going to make sure that everything, if you have any diet restrictions, that everything will be
Yeah.
covered, so you don't have to worry, and so
Best
you get a
of
little
both
taste of me.
worlds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
yeah, and
everything
so
you bring to the
that's
table, like you said. So what a perfect union. Hmm.
yeah
Yeah. Susie, thank you.
to serve
Yeah.
everybody who comes and
Yeah.
host. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Very
so
exciting. Um, Thank you so much for getting together with me and talking and sharing this so that we could share it with others too, and just about you and your work and yeah, and also, you hosting and teaching. This is just such incredible work you're bringing forth to the world. So thank you.
thank you, Chantel.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you for all you do. You do a lot for all of us.
My pleasure.
So
All right. I will see you later.
okay, bye, my friend.
Bye.